so as you already know, Sonic Prime came out very late last year to, I was about to say critical acclaim, I don't really remember what the critical consensus was, but to fan-itical acclaim. Everyone seemed to love the show, except for those few people who seem to believe that Sonic was stupid or not good in the show. We call those people wrong, but nonetheless, the majority opinion was that it was a top 3 Sonic TV show, right? But yes, we enjoyed Sonic Prime Season 1, the first 8 episodes, and naturally that means we want to know what's going to happen with Season 2 or the next set of 8 episodes. And thankfully Ian Flynn has given us some tidbits enough to be turned into an 8-minute video, so we're going to discuss all this right now. But if you're subscribed to the channel already, please make sure to subscribe. We are trying to hit 100,000 subscribers. So yes, if you want my full thoughts on Sonic Prime, you can check out my video review here. But what we're here to talk about today is what Ian Flynn has said about Prime and about the canon of Sonic in general, since it's all in the mess right now. People are complaining that Prime was canon because Sonic and Prime is different from Sonic in the main series, which, so, like, literally Color Sonic is like different from Sonic in the game before it, and we're still all in the same canon, right? So anyway, it says here from Sawasati, the new Sonic series story details revealed by Ian Flynn. So, in a recent podcast with Ian Flynn, let's zoom this in, that rhymes. Oh shit, I'm putting that rhyme in the bin. That rhymed again. Flynn has stated the main games, IDW Comics and Sonic Prime, are all a part of the same branch of the series, while the movies and Classic Sonic have their own branches. The IDW Comics and Sonic Prime are canon to an extent, with many details in flux. Details are yet to be finalized. Flynn has also stated in another recent podcast, knowing when Sonic Prime takes place in the timeline, but cannot talk about it until the series ends. As for where it fits in the timeline, I can't speak on it because it would spoil the show to a degree, so you have to wait until it's done. Another question been asked in regards to Flynn's opinion of Sonic's comment in Sonic Prime when Sonic states he had not seen Banix without flickies before, when there's been plenty of those. I don't know how much I can say, so it's better I don't comment. So we're going to look at the clips quickly, and we're going to discuss basically these points. So we're going to look at the first clip from, again, Ian Flynn's podcast that he does. So let's get into this.
So we've talked about the possibility of IDW becoming canon, but that doesn't extend to Prime, right? Even in the first episode, there's some contradictions to the lore that feel intentional. So Prime is flat out non-canon, right?
So they're asking him, like, Prime must not be canon based on some shit that happened that makes it seem like it isn't canon, because people assume that canon is actually 100% accurate and, like, you know, no holes whatsoever, even though we know that's not true.
My understanding right now, modern Sonic media is all inclusive.
Okay.
Movie Sonic is a movie Sonic, classic is classic, and modern is modern.
And modern includes IDW and Prime?
To an extent, yes.
Okay.
I know there are a lot of questions and confused noises right now, and all I can say is just roll for it right now. I could speak more on the matter, but I don't.
He doesn't sound like he's happy about it, but
think I can. So I gotta just walk away from that and not go into any greater detail at the moment. Sorry.
The canon is in flux, and so be prepared for fluxing. There will be a lot of fluxing. Here's a question from Windstar Osprey.
So, yeah, basically at that point, it seems like Sega wants everything to be in the canon, and Ian Flynn's kind of like, well, I mean, it's their decision, right? So we have to abide by it. It makes logical sense to them. But yeah, Classic Sonic is his own thing, a thing that we ignore. Movie Sonic is his own thing, because I guess, why is that not in the canon? I mean, okay, it's the movie market, it's the casual market, it's the most popular thing with Sonic right now, but it is very separate. I mean, Tom the Cop isn't going to show up in the games, right? Right, Paramount? You're not going to pull some shit, right? We don't need Tom the Cop in the games. I don't hate Tom the Cop, I'm just saying, you know. I mean, I wouldn't mind Agent Stone in the canon. I'm just saying. I mean, Agent Stone, he would be a great character. If they did an adventure remake, I wouldn't mind seeing Agent Stone as a NPC or some shit like that. You know, I don't know. Well, technically, he's supposed to be helping Robotnik, so that wouldn't really work. But I mean, it'd be nice to see him in the canon. But that's probably why they separated, because they got a whole bunch of human characters that aren't in the main series of games. So that's why that would be separated. The whole live action thing. And Classic Sonic is obviously separated because I don't actually know why. I mean, he was supposed to be younger Sonic, and now he's Sonic from another dimension. And I mean, I guess they want it to be its own branch, but canonically, is it really separate? I don't know. I mean, gameplay-wise, it's separate, but canonically, it should still just be younger Sonic. I mean, if they were trying to make sense. But again, it's the canon. It's a mess. But now let's check out this clip about the timeline situation, because that's going to be a bit more interesting. Okay.
I keep hearing that Sonic Prime is canon to the games, which makes sense considering how you had stated that there seems to be an effort to bring together the various Sonic media into one canon. This makes me wonder, though, when would this take place? Also, any thoughts on Sonic's comment in the show about how he's never seen a Badnik that wasn't being powered by a Flicky? We already know that there have been plenty of those before.
As to where it fits on the timeline, I can't speak to it because that would spoil the show to a degree. So you're just going to have to wait till it's done. Towards the other point, I don't know how much I can say. So it's probably better that I not comment.
Alrighty.
I mean, that's a really dissatisfying answer. I know.
Yes.
I'm sorry, but my hands are kind of tied on that one.
Right. Here's one from Batman.
So yeah, it's pretty much the situation. Prime is probably somewhere earlier in the series, given that we only saw like Green Hill and no other new zone. So I'm guessing it's some kind of earlier point, even though Sonic was classic when Green Hill first dropped. I don't know, right? The whole situation with Canons are always messy because the big corporations, they take the franchise where the money is, and then they try and make it make sense later on in the canon. It's like, yeah, that's canon. It's like, you don't really respect the lore that much. It's only recently that, I think I covered it in December or November, they said they were going to hire a lore manager or some shit like that to like actually bring the lore together. Like, they're taking it seriously now. But like previously, it's like, we want Sonic to do some mystical storybook kind of thing, and then they make Secret Rings, and then just, I guess it makes sense in the canon somehow. Now we want him to fuck around with aliens and become cringe, and then Colors is in the canon somehow. It's like, now we want Classic Sonic to be a thing because people want that back. Generations. Classic Sonic is younger Sonic, but they're both the same age, right? And then we want to do something with Mania tying into forces. Now Classic Sonic's from another dimension instead of just a young. They just do what they want, and then like, yeah, make it make sense in the canon later. So that's why I don't take the canon seriously. Like, a lot of people were really mad that Prime was canon because they didn't like Sonic's portrayal. But like, Colors is canon, and I don't like that portrayal. But it's in the same canon as Heroes that I like. It's in the same canon as SA1 and 2 that I like. It's just that the canon is not to be taken seriously. Just enjoy the media. Either you enjoy it or you don't. But your level of enjoyment shouldn't be dictated based on whether the story is canon or not, right? Like, me personally, I'm more focused on gameplay than the story, so maybe that's why I feel that way. I mean, I do love TV shows a lot, though. But when it comes to, like, game stories, they just have to be entertaining, and I'll just keep playing, you know, just engaging kind of thing. And also skippable cutscenes. Don't do unskippable cutscenes. I'm sick of seeing that in video games, not just Sonic, okay? But yeah, let me know what you guys think about all of this. We got a little bit of teaser of information for Sonic Prime Season 2, which is that we're going to be seeing where it falls in the canon timeline with later episodes. But of course, we know that the canon does not include, you know, a movie Sonic and Classic Sonic, but it does include IDW and Prime to an extent. Yeah, for those of you who care about the canon nerds, Arsenal fans, I don't know. And of course, a big shout out to all my channel members. If you want to become a channel member, you can click the join button next to the subscribe button. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Make sure to check out the non-Sonic channel. The link will be in the description. But that's all I have to say right now. So, Premy out.